I have a dream that my 4 little children will live in a nation that will not judge them based on the color of their skin, but rather on the content of their character. It's a quote that resonated and aches at the heart of every African American at the beginning of the civil rights movement. This quote, taken from Martin Luther King's speech on ending racial segregation and racism, became a sort of icon for the fight against racism. His speech proved how words could be powerful. But before diving into that deeper, Assalamualaikum, Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, and good graces to us all. My name is Jennifer. I will be the representative of Frateran Senior Katolik High School Surabaya in the English Festival Speech Contest, with the topic of my speech as the power of words, with my title of my speech as the art of persuasion. And without further ado, let me begin the introduction on how I believe that persuasion is the key to unlocking the potential of youth. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand here in front of you today to prove that persuasion could have a positive impact towards the world. Persuasion could have the ability to provide youth into making a better movement towards reaching our sustainable development goals, which is important towards our future. To prove my point, I want to ask all of you that is watching one simple question. What is your goal in life? Or what do you want to do in your life? Most of you will have different answers, whether it is, oh, I want to become a diplomat, or oh, I want to become a police officer with a high ranks, or I want to be an activist that could finally reach equality in today's world. No matter what you dreamed of, there will always be adversities hindering your stride. Maybe it's the inability to pitch to a firm about your idea, or the inability to lobby a governor about a specific bill. No matter what it is, there will always be an opposite stance against yours, which is why I think the art of persuasion is important. The beauty of persuasion really shines when it comes to talking and communicating. Persuasion in itself is the ability to influence others to change their belief, their actions, or their attitudes towards something. Persuasion is about convincing others to do a specific action, to embrace your idea, or even to see things from your perspective. Some of you might think that, oh, from that description, I think persuasion is a bit cunning or sly. I disagree with this adamantly. Why? Well, throughout the history of mankind, persuasion has always had a pivotal role in shaping the world we live in today. From the ancient eloquent times of ancient philosophers like Aristotle, or the persuasive prowess of political social movement like Martin Luther King, persuasion has always been a key for them to reach their message to the audience. Whether you believe in it or not, persuasion has left an indelible mark on society today. In its role, words has become much more powerful than those of the sword of King Arthur. And those who use words in a persuasive manner use them as if they were magic. Now, if we use credibility, emotion, and logic as a foil to uplift our messages, it would have a great societal impact. Let's take a look at one of the great examples of the application of this. Martin Luther King's speech called I Have a Dream. In his speech, Dr. King eloquently articulated his view on how he wished people would judge others based on their characters and not on their skin colors. The ambition to strive for a nation that put its citizen prosperity first. The call to end racial discrimination and racial segregation. He painted a vivid picture on how the world could be better if equality and justice had prevailed. His word became a beacon of hope for a nation that was still grappling with the ramification of racism. His speech has inspired countless youth, whether in the past till this day, to seek justice for their own. His impact towards the world today doesn't rely on its elegance of speech or its resounding resilience, but instead towards the ramification of societal movement that it pushed, whether it is the civil rights movement or the Black Lives Matter movement. His speech single-handedly catalyzed the civil rights movement towards the mainstream. That, of course, created a huge impact on how American history is told today. Dr. King's dream became the aspiration of countless individuals who protested, marched, and seek justices. It was a rallying cry that echoed throughout the street, courtroom, and legislative halls. His speech is one of the great examples on how we could use our words and persuasiveness towards a better things, towards a better change, and towards a better society. Some of you may say or may think that, oh, that's because he's a powerful figure, or oh, that's because he has privileges. That is such a wrong thing. I adamantly disagree with this statement entirely. Most of the powerful speeches that we hear today comes from people who are underprivileged or undermined or have the position to lose. We have the ability that our parent generation may not have, that is to broadcast our messages through the world via the internet, whether it is YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. We have the ability to create an impact. And let's take a look at one of the great examples of this, Greta Thunberg. Her activism and her ability to persuade people led her to become the face of the climate crisis and how it had impacted youth. Her speech in the United Nations has created a viral movement to make a change in today's world against global warming and against industrial pollution. This is what persuasion could do. Most people will have the ability to speak, but not all will have an impact towards this world, which is why persuasion is such an important thing. Words has always been a pivotal role in society, weaved in a manner that is powerful but never seen. It is a power we can harness but never see. And I would like to reiterate that no matter who you are, where you come from, you could create an impact if you wish to do so. Persuasion is the key to making an effective communication. And to close off my speech today, I would like to add that no matter what gender, what age, or what you think you are, you have the power and have the voice to change how the world we live in today. Words are powerful tools, and we could start making a change starting from the people around us, whether it is school, work, or even your family. That is all for my speech today. If there's any word that you may deem offensive, I truly and deeply apologize. And for your attention, I deeply say thank you.